Hello everybody, welcome to Soul Evolution Tarot. So today is going to be an interesting reading and it's going to be what your ancestors are trying to tell you. So this weekend we did have Halloween and Samhain, and for many of you, you already guys know that the week before Halloween and the week after that's when the veil is really thin and we actually really connected and close to spirits. So this is a great time to actually do these types of readings because the messages are going to be clear. You might get an important information. So if you are interested in this reading, then today I have two choices for you. So I'm going to have two crystals to pick from. So you can pick crystal number 1, which is the obsidian, or crystal number 2, which is the lapis lazuli. Okay guys, so you can go ahead, make your selection, and really get in tune with your ancestors, and we're going to see what messages they have for you today. Okay, otherwise if you feel like you would like to exchange energy on my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share, comment down below, because it all truly helps my channel and I am grateful to do all these readings for you guys. Okay, so I will let you pick your crystal. You can pause this video if you need more time. Otherwise, I will see you at your at your picked crystal. Hello, crystal number 1. So for those of you who have chosen obsidian, then this reading is for you. I just wanted to mention that obsidian is actually really good for the protection, so it is very protective type of crystal. So if you feel drawn to that crystal, I feel that maybe you would like to get one for yourself. Maybe there is a message for you as well, that perhaps you do need a little bit more protection right now. So this stone is really going to help you protect from negative bad vibrations, and it also can protect if you have any toxic people around you. It also will be protecting you, protecting your energy, so you're not going to get drained, okay, that much. But of course it is always best to stay away from these types of people. But again, if you don't have that option, this crystal might be helpful for you. Okay guys, so now let's go ahead and see what your ancestors on your mother's side and your father's side are actually wanting you to know. What perhaps there are some important messages or warnings, or maybe there's some other information they want you to know. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the deck and find your ancestors and see which surrounding cards are there, to see what type of messages it might have to be related to your current situation. So let's see. First, I'm going to shuffle the deck, and now we're going to look for mature woman. This is going to be your mother's side ancestor. Okay, and then we're going to look for the mature man. It's going to represent your father's ancestors. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so the first card that came out is the mature man. So your father's ancestors are wanting to speak to you first. So I am going to pull one more card to see what's in front of this card, and I am going to take these cards. So we do have the family room, mature man, and pathway, okay? And I'm going to put this aside and we'll talk about in a minute. And I am going to continue and see and find your mother's ancestors. So, oh, here she came out really just right after, you know, your father's side ancestors. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so the card that was before your mother's ancestor was the pathway, and now we do have the mailman. So I am going to take these two, and now I'm just going to take all of these cards and see. So I feel like right now, since they came out pretty close to one another, I feel like right now both your mother's side ancestors and your father's side ancestors are working together in helping you. And we do have an interesting, very interesting card here, which says the pathway, okay? So you are currently going perhaps through some sort of ascension or awakening process, because this is very spiritual card, okay? And your ancestors really want you to know that, okay, that you might be on this journey right now. So this is very significant. It just came out right between you know, your ancestors. Now the card that came out with your father's side, okay, we do have the family room, okay? This card usually talks about perhaps you might be feeling lonely right now. It doesn't mean that you don't have anybody else around you. It really means that you might be surrounded by people, but you really feel like you're on your own, okay? Perhaps you don't have close people that you can talk to about your problems, about your concerns. And this card really signifies that your father's side ancestors are really wanting you to know that you're not alone, okay? You are always protected, you are guided and supported by your father's side, okay? And if you feel lonely in some type of way, they want you to know that you shouldn't be. You can always ask for help, ask their support and assistance, and they will always be there for you. They will always guide you and help you along the way, okay? So, but they are concerned that you might be feeling, you know, lonely or spending a lot of time in solitude. Perhaps you don't have these close people around you, even though you might have a lot of relatives, a lot of friends, but you don't have anybody that you can open your heart to and really tell what might be going on inside of you know, inside of you, what you might be worried about or concerned about, okay? So they want you to know that if you really want to speak to someone, you can always again communicate with them and really ask them for any type of help and support, and they're definitely going to be doing everything that they can from the other side in order to really help you. Now again, coming back to this pathway card, it tells me that again, this spiritual journey that you're on, yes, it might be very challenging, it might be difficult for you to navigate because this is something that might really bring a lot of confusion right now, but they want you to know that this is for your highest and greatest good. So you are on the right path. Don't be afraid of the things that are happening to you, okay? And your mother's side is also, you know, connected right now really strongly, and letting you know that they're there for you, that they are helping you to ascend, to really find your true path this lifetime, okay? Now, your mother's side also brings up attention about the main male. So you might have somebody in your life. It really depends. It might be your partner, okay, it might be your some sort of relative, but they are talking about some kind of main male. Maybe this figure plays an important role in your life. Again, it doesn't always have to indicate relatives. It could be, significant person. It could be, again, your soulmate. Okay, so please take it how it resonates, but they do have some sort of a message here about this, this person, and we're going to see what it has to do with. Okay, so let me get Lenormand cards and we'll ask. Okay, so please, Spirit, tell us more about this main male, okay, for the viewer, and what it has to do with. So let's see here. Okay, so we do have number 13. This is the child card. Okay, so for some of you guys, you might have kids with this person. Okay, so this might be the father of your child. For those of you who don't have children, especially related to this person, I feel like this card talks about new beginnings. It talks about also talks about some sort of this purity. Okay, but let's get more cards, because I want to see what other cards might be related, so I can give you more accurate information about that. So please, Spirit, please tell us more about this main male. Okay, what other information we need to know right now. Okay, so we do have the stars card. Beautiful. What else? We do have the whip. Okay. Let's get. And the lilies. Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting two different messages. So take it only what resonates for you, because there's a lot of people watching, so it could be different things. So again, as I mentioned to you guys in the first place, for those of you that do have a child or children with this person that is indicated here, this might be your partner, your soulmate, and your mother ancestors really want to tell you more. Maybe right now you might be again, if you are in some sort of committed situation or relationship with this person, you might be really feeling alone right now, even though you might have family together, and again, you might share kids or have kids together, you might still be feeling lonely. So what your ancestors are trying to do is they really want you, with the star card, to find your way. They want you to navigate, okay, and really find direction in life that's really going to uplift you, that's really going to make you happy. So if you feel like this person, or perhaps for some of you, if you've been thinking of separating from this person, but you feel maybe some sort of guilt because you guys do have kids together, okay, they want you to know that whatever decision you make, you're going to make the right decision for yourself, because you are on the right path. You are also on the spiritual journey, so really pay attention to any signs that you might be getting, because these signs are actually signs from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, okay, and they're trying to help you find your way. Okay, the Whip card does talk about you know, conflicts, and does talk about, you know, struggles, difficulties. So you might have some sort of, you know, difficulties in this relationship with this man. Okay, so and you know, they're really helping you, your ancestors are really helping you, you know, get away and move away from all this conflict that is constantly, you know, might be happening in your life. Okay, so if you know, you might be experiencing this and you might be thinking of moving into a different direction, but you really you know, afraid to take this first step. You know, your ancestors, especially your mother's side, are really concerned, and they do want you to make this right decision. And perhaps if you feel like you do need to move away or stay away from this person, you know, they're supporting you and they're letting you know that this is actually going to be the best decision for you and even for your children, if you do have children. And you know, children also indicate new beginnings here. Okay, so they do want to let you know that if you're going to take that step, you know, moving into a different direction from this person, then you know, this is something that's really going to be, you know, better for you. We also have this Lily card. Okay, so what I'm getting here with this Lily card, perhaps this person that you're dealing with, you might really think that they have pure intentions, or they might be, you know, someone that you can trust. But what I'm getting here, perhaps you're not really seeing the whole truth about this person, and you do need to take a closer look at the person, your relationship, okay, with them, and see their true intentions here. Okay, so really, I feel like you do need some time to perhaps make this decision and really see what is best for you. But if you feel like you need to stay away from this conflict, these arguments, whatever this you might have with this person, then it's best for you to take a new road here. Okay, and don't be afraid, because you're being guided here with the Star card. You are going to be successful if you decide to walk away from this person. Okay, so your ancestors are really wanting to help you, and they are supporting you along the way, so you don't need to be afraid of actually, you know, moving into a new direction, even if it means moving away from someone that perhaps you've been together with for a long time, because you know, you do feel lonely with this person. So even though you might be living together in the same house, you might be, you know, talking to them every day, but you don't have this connection perhaps that you used to have, or maybe you never had that connection with them. But you know, if you're living with someone and feeling lonely, then there's definitely something is not right about that relationship. But it's really up to you if you really want to take this chance, this opportunity to walk away from this, you know, this situation. Okay, so now I want to grab a few more cards to see what other messages. Okay, so I'm going to grab this spell casting deck to see what other messages your ancestor wants you to know. So let's see here. Okay, we do have answers. Interesting. So they are trying to bring you answers, okay? So really pay attention to your intuition right now. Again, as I said, pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, you know, to your dreams even, because there might be, you know, they might be really showing you answers that you might be trying to find. And I feel like if you don't have these answers just yet, these answers are coming to you. You really just have to be open to receive these answers, okay? Now, I want to grab one card from Spirit Animal deck to see what other message, okay, might want to come through. Okay, we do have number 26, Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. Okay, so yes, it's actually really resonating with this pathway card, because you right now in this transitional period where you are ascending, you are spiritually awakening, and it is a process. So you kind of in between the worlds, from you know, from your old world to the new world, new perception of life. And you know, this flamingo spirit is really, you know, indicating that you perhaps might feel this confusion, you might feel a little bit of a turmoil because things are shifting and changing for you, but just know this is a transitional period, and it will, you know, it will change for you very soon. So just really stay patient and trust that you are being guided, okay? And you're really, really supported right now, okay? I also want to grab from this deck to see what else Spirit wants you to know, what else your ancestors wanting you to know. Okay, we have watching clouds, lie back, rest and relax, okay? So your ancestors do want you to take maybe a break, maybe some sort of a retreat, and if you have a chance, just really, you know, maybe you know, relax, retreat, really watch the clouds, maybe spend more time in nature. It's really going to help you, first of all, you know, recharge your energy, plus it's really going to clear your mind. So if you do have a lot of confusion, you know, in this situation, okay, and you are looking for answers, so, you know, just really spending more time in nature, maybe meditating, retreating is really going to help you this way find these answers, okay? So this could be as simple as watching the clouds. So that's kind of like an advice for you. It's really going to help you clear your mind, okay? And I also want to grab one card from the Myths and Mermaids deck, okay? But I am going to read this message from the book because it's a lengthy you know, description for each card. So what other advice or what other information we need to know for group number 1, please, Spirit? What other message wants to come through? Okay, we have number 21, Triumph of Galatea. Okay, so I'll show you this beautiful card right here, and I am going to find and read this message for you guys. So let's see here, number 21. Okay, it says you are being watched. Okay, so I feel like your ancestors are really, you know, watching over you. So let's see what it says. It says, lately you have been having fun at the expense of getting the job done, and so far there have been no serious repercussions. But be warned, someone has been keeping an eye on you, and you will not get away with this kind of behavior forever. Perhaps she is jealous of your carefree ways, of simply irritated at your lack of responsibility. In any case, it is time to straighten up and do what you are supposed to do before you get called out. Okay, so for some of you guys, there is a strong message here that perhaps you haven't been, making any type of decision, or perhaps you've been putting away an important decision here in your life, and your ancestors really wanting you to know that, you will have to make this decision sooner or later, but Spirit, your ancestors are actually, guiding you in order to make this decision. But if you're not going to make this decision for yourself, I feel like the universe is really going to make the circumstances for you that you will have no choice but to make some sort of decision. And that's not to really punish you, or because you deserve this in some sort of way, but Spirit is actually wanting you to step into your highest and greatest good, and to find the best solution for you, and to walk that path, okay, that you're supposed to walk. So you are ascending for a reason. So perhaps there is a higher purpose in this life for you, and you're meant to actually do something about it, okay? And again, sometimes we do need to leave behind certain situations, certain people, because we are being called to do something in our life that requires us to take that necessary step, okay, guys? But I'm really getting a feeling here that you will make the right decision and you will get the answers. So don't be afraid to really take that first step towards your own happiness, towards better future for yourself. Because if you do have toxic people in your life, then definitely Spirit, your ancestors are wanting you what is best for you, and they are helping you resolve this problem. Okay, so pile number one, crystal number one, that was the message for you guys. I hope it has resonated for you, and I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I will see you guys in my next readings. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, crystal number two. So if you have chosen lapis lazuli stone crystal, then this reading is going to be for you. So I just wanted to mention that this stone is actually really good at protecting from psychic attacks, actually bringing a lot of harmony and peace into your life. So if this is something you might be lacking, then this crystal is actually might be really helpful to you. Okay, it also brings out the inner truth that you have within you. Okay, so for those of you who were drawn, I feel, to this crystal, then you definitely might want to work this crystal. It might help you to find certain answers, or perhaps bring more harmony and peace into your life. Okay, guys, so now let's begin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find an ancestor on your mother's side and ancestor on your father's side, and these cards are going to be represented by mature female and mature male, and I'm going to see what cards might be surrounding them, and this way we're going to find out what your ancestors are wanting you to know right now. Okay, so what they might be concerned about, or perhaps what information or messages they're trying to deliver to you. So first let's shuffle the deck, and I'm going to find your ancestors. So let's see. Okay. Oh, interesting. So your mother's side ancestors came out first, and the surrounding cards that we have is the message of concern, and we do have the sudden wealth. Interesting. Okay, so we'll talk about this in a minute. Let me also find your father's ancestors and see what messages they have for you. Okay. Wow. Okay. So your father's ancestors also came out with the wealthy man card. Okay, and the lover's card. Interesting. So let me take all of these cards, and we're going to get Lenormand cards and see what these messages have to do with, but I already kind of see what we might talk about today when it comes to your ancestors. So your mother ancestor came out with the message of concern and sudden wealth, and then we do have the wealthy man and the lover's card. Okay, so there's definitely something, there's two messages here coming through from your ancestors that have to do with wealth and finances. Okay, it's coming out strongly because both your mother's ancestors and your father's ancestors do talk about this sudden wealth and wealthy man. So for some of you guys, you might be this wealthy man, or you might have this person in your life who might be very financially very well off. Okay, and they do have some sort of maybe business or something where they're doing like pretty good with their finances, okay, because of the sudden wealth. But your father's side also wants to talk to you about your love life here, because we do have the lovers, so something that is also tied to your romantic side. And we do have the message of concern, which tells me that your mother ancestors might be worried about you because there's some sort of concern here. But we're going to get more cards from Lenormand and see what it has to do with. So let's begin with this message of concern here, because this is the first card that we got. So please, Spirit, can you please let us know what this message of concern is all about for the viewer, and what ancestors are trying to bring today? What kind of message? Oops, whoa, card first. Okay, we do have number 14, which is the Fox card. Okay, what else? Let me pull a few more cards. We have number 21, which is the Mountain. And we do have the Stars, number 16. Okay, so this message of concern, I feel like with this Fox card, there is definitely indication here that it might be either one or few people in your surrounding that might be deceptive, okay? Because Fox is, is very sly energy, is very cunning, okay? It's not honest energy here. So you might have people, could be your family, could be your friends, could be your co-workers, okay? Again, take it how it might resonate, that might not have the best intentions in your, for you. So you do need to be more discerning and see who these people might be. And what your mother's ancestors are also trying to say, that you might be experiencing some sort of challenges and difficulties, or even you know, problems in your life, because these people are trying to really get in your way. Again, they might be also, you know, planning something against you, or as I said, they don't have the best intentions. Perhaps they do come out in a way that they might be caring, loving people, but their true intentions are not as what it seems here, okay? And what your mother's ancestors are trying to say is that you do need to, you know, really you know, navigate and find the answers here when it comes to the situation. And again, this situation might be tied to your finances, because we do have the sudden wealth. Again, especially for those of you who do have a lot of abundance, or who might come into a lot of abundance very soon, because we do have sudden wealth. So this is something unexpected, something, you know, that you might not even expect happening in your life. Just be really careful and see who you might be dealing with, because again, when people see your success, they do know that perhaps you're doing really well for yourself. There might be a lot of jealousy, there might be a lot of people who might try to steal from you, who might try to, you know, create all these obstacles for you. But your ancestors are really trying to protect you from that, and really find your own, you know, guiding star, and really find your way. For some of you guys, you might even be famous, okay? Because the star card does talk about fame, and by perhaps being wealthy or doing really well in your career, people find you to be successful. And again, this success can come with a lot of jealousy, with a lot of, you know, people who try to really perhaps take advantage of you. So, you know, your mother ancestors are really concerned about that, and they do really want you to be really, really careful, especially if, you know, you're going to come into the sudden wealth for yourself, okay? And really pay attention to people around you. This could be even your close people that you might consider someone as your family or friends, okay? But you do need to take a closer look. Perhaps for some of you guys, this has to do with this wealthy man. If this is not you, if this is the person you're dealing with, then definitely you do need to, you know, take a closer look at this persona and see what their true intentions are, because your father's ancestors are also talking about this wealthy man and the lovers. So perhaps this is your partner. So perhaps you do have family together, or some sort of committed relationship together, where you are in a romantic connection here, and perhaps this person might try to take advantage of your finances, okay? So be really, really careful. Let me ask now about this wealthy man. So what spirit wants us to know? Okay, let's see what messages we get for this wealthy man, what it has to do with. Okay, we do have the ship card, number 3. Okay, what else? We do have the crossroads, number 22. Okay, and we do have the men coming through, okay? This is masculine energy. Whoops, sorry guys. Wow, okay, so I feel like this person right now, they're thinking about perhaps walking into a different direction here, because we do have the crossroads, okay? They came out themselves here, which tells me with this crossroads right now, they might be thinking of, you know, distancing themselves, okay? The Ship card could talk about taking some sort of risk. It might talk about travel, it might talk about moving away, and it also talks about some sort of speculation here. So again, this man might have some sort of a plan here where they might be thinking of perhaps leaving the situation with you, but again, they might not have the best intentions, because if you guys do have home together or you do share finances together, they might think of taking something from you. So be really, really careful if you know you have someone in your life. If this situation is resonating for you, then this is definitely your message. Again, guys, if you're watching this video and it's totally not resonating for you, just know this is not your reading. This message is specifically for someone out there, and it is going to resonate, okay? So again, when it comes to this person, they're thinking about taking some sort of risk here. They're at the crossroads. They haven't decided how or when perhaps they're going to take that step, that action, but they're definitely thinking about it, okay? So, okay, now I want to ask about this Lover's card. Please, Spirit, tell us more about this Lover's card for crystal number 2. So what other messages we do need to know about the Lover's card? Okay, we have the book, number 26. We do have number 12, the birds. And we do have the key number 33, interesting. So when it comes to this, you know, partnership or connection, romantic connection that you have in your life. So what Spirit is saying, that there's going to be some sort of information coming into you. You really gotta pay attention and really see what messages or what kind of information you might get, but you definitely are going to receive some sort of news, okay? And it might come to you either through other people, okay? Because birds do talk about communication, socializing, okay? And right now you might not know this information because the book is closed, but you will get either, you might even hear a gossip or something that actually going to find solution or answers, or perhaps give you answers, okay? Because the key is actually a really good card, which tells me that you are going to resolve any issues, problems to your existing situation, especially if it has to do with your romantic you know, life right now. Maybe this is somehow connected to this wealthy man, but you are going to receive information, and you're actually going to find the key here. So again, you really need to right now pay attention to any information that you get. Of course, you do want to filter that information, but really see and pay attention maybe to other signs you might be getting, because your father ancestors are also concerned about this love connection and about this wealthy man. Again, it could be one person, okay, here, and that you might be in romantic connection with. If not, then definitely there's a message here about this man that we saw, that you do need to be careful if you're dealing with that individual, and for your love life, if this is the other, you know, person, if you do have or uncertain about something in your connection right now, you are going to come into this you know, situation where you're going to find resolution and answers, okay? So that's a really good sign. So your ancestor wants you to know that, you know, you're going to find solution. So let's move on, and I do want to pull a few other cards for you guys before we close this reading. So what other messages your ancestor wants you to know right now, please, Spirit? Okay, we have grieving. Okay, this is interesting. So for some of you guys, I feel this message has to do, again, if you'll find out that, let's say, this person or people that you have that might betrayed you, or that might have not the best intentions in your, you know, life right now, and you might find this information, I feel like you might be really grieving the situation, but again, you'd rather know the truth and find this truth sooner than later, and perhaps this truth will prevent you from, you know, losing something important in your life. Maybe it's in the form of abundance here, maybe it's in other forms, but yes, it might, you know, bring you into this state of grieving that you've lost someone. Perhaps you really trusted this person, perhaps you really thought that this person had the best intentions, you know, and they did share either a life with you, or, you know, were really there for you, but once you know the truth, it might really shock you and put you into this, you know, grieving state. Okay, but your ancestor wanting you to know that this is actually for your highest good. Okay, no matter what happens in your life, there's always a reason. So perhaps you did have to go through this harsh experience in your life in order, you know, to perhaps understand better yourself, understand that what kind of people are surrounding you. So it wasn't necessary, I feel like it was a necessary lesson, okay, for you. So don't be, I know it's easier said than done, don't be disappointed, but you might have to go through this grieving period, but again, you're really going to come out stronger. You're really going to you know, meet new people that are actually going to be supporting you, and you just really, you know, this is actually kind of a gift to you from your ancestors to release any type of people or, again, situations in your life, in order to really finally release yourself from perhaps you know, situation where you might have really be stuck in. Okay, so again, no matter what happens in regards to this person that you're dealing with or people that you're dealing with, I feel like, you know, your ancestors are always there and they're really willing to help you. So you can always ask them for help, and they're going to really, you know, do what's in their power to really guide you, okay, along the way. So let's see what other messages we have for you. Pile number 2, crystal number 2. I always, you know, mix this up. Okay, so what other messages? Okay, we have number 57, Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Okay, so your ancestors really wanting you to believe in yourself, because you do have the strength, power to overcome anything that might be happening right now in your life. Yes, it might seem like a difficult, challenging situation, but you do have the strength. You just gotta really believe in yourself. Okay, so don't give up and don't allow anybody to take advantage of you in any way, okay? Even if it means, you know, you need to cut away from these people, even if this is someone close to you or you have considered them to be a close person, okay? So what other messages, please, Spirit, for crystal number 2? Okay, we do have miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Beautiful. So again, your spirit guides, your ancestors, okay, they do want you to know that miracles do exist, and you really gotta believe in them. So, and I feel like there's definitely going to be something, you know, beautiful happening for you after perhaps this difficult time. Okay, so don't think that you're really going to be always, you know, feeling this way. Yes, it might take some time for you to heal, but definitely there are some miracles that Spirit wants to bring to your life, okay? Because you did really deserve, you know, these miracles in your life. Now, the last card that I want to pull is the Myths and Mermaids deck, okay? And I'm going to read the meaning for you. So what other messages perhaps wants to come through before we close this reading? Okay, we do have number 28, a certain slant of light. Okay, let me show you this beautiful card. So let's read the meaning and see what do we have. Number 21, sorry, 28. This one says illumination is coming. Beautiful. So darkness and confusion are commonplace in this world, but do not worry. Illumination is coming in the form of a new way of viewing your environment or situation. Some call it divine insight and others enlightenment. Either way, be prepared for new perspective. A sudden shift in thinking will arise from the uncovering of unknown facts, opinions, or desires. These new points will help you understand where you are now and help you to answer some of the questions that have been gnawing at you for some time. Be prepared though. The illumination may be subtle and easy to miss. Keep your eyes open and your spirit curious so that you do not miss out on the illumination you have been so long waiting for. Okay, beautiful. So illumination is coming for you. Answers are coming. You're really going to see the truth of the situation. You're really going to find answers. But again, you gotta pay attention to everything, every sign that you get, because sometimes we could miss important information if we're not paying enough attention. So really, you know, your ancestor wanting you to know that their answers are coming. And we did get this key card, which is indicating that there is going to be success to your situation, so don't be afraid, okay? But of course, be really discerning about your surrounding right now, because again, people might want to take advantage of you, or perhaps of your possessions, belongings, whatever you might have, especially when it comes to your you know, financial situation. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you today. I hope it has resonated for you. Let me know down in the comments what you might be going through. As I said, if it's not resonating for you completely, then try perhaps another crystal, because this was a specific message for someone, and if you feel like this is not your message, then disregard it. Okay, so I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I will see you guys in my next readings. Take care. Bye bye.